All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for another exciting session with our Commerce Bank friends. My name is Hong Win, and I'm part of the Careers and Professional Development team here at WGU. We are so excited to always welcome our Commerce team friend here, and they are going to be talking to us today about the topic of money personality. So, with that, Cassandra, I'd like to go ahead and pass things over to you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Cassandra Kropp, and I'm from Commerce Bank on the workplace banking team here in St. Louis. Also joining me today is Matt Edmond, also on my team as the implementation manager in Kansas City. And he's going to help by assisting the chat and answering any questions as we go along as well. So during the session today, we will be discussing how your personality affects your use of money. By taking a quick 5-minute assessment, you will discover what your own money personality says about you. Then we will showcase my milestone resources for you to gain the most out of this new knowledge. So this is our agenda for today. First, we are going to discuss what is My Milestones by Commerce, which is the resource that we'll be using today. Next, we're going to learn on why financial wellness is important. Then it's going to be followed by understanding your money personality. And then we'll finish up with a call to action that is specific to your personality and any questions that you might have. Also, feel free to raise your hand, unmute, or ask any questions in the chat as we go along as well. So in the event that you are new to My Milestones, you might be wondering what it's about. So My Milestones is a financial wellness platform that provides objective, interactive tools, educations, and solutions to empower users to take control of their finances. We use My Milestones a lot when we teach these sessions. I'm curious if anybody on has already registered for My Milestones or uses the platform. If you have, go ahead and hit that react button and give a thumbs up or a heart. See a couple there. Nice. So to grow your financial knowledge, this platform offers a variety of learning mediums such as courses, interactive tools, articles, start here guides, videos, infographics, webinars, and more. So however you like to learn, it's available on the platform. And this is free to you as a member of WGU. So with My Milestones, you're able to take control of your personal finances. And sometimes we might think, well, why is that important? But we've learned that 50% of Americans are anxious about their personal finances. I know I am, and I work in financial education. So recovering Americans from high financial stress and burnout is key to preventing an economic and a public health crisis. Did you also know that 67% of people lack the knowledge to make sound financial decisions? 1 in 3 consumers take a hardship loan from their 401k annually, and 64% of people live paycheck to paycheck. So, with that information, let's learn more about ourselves and take change of our perception of finances together today by increasing our financial literacy and awareness. So we're going to start out by accessing My Milestones, which is where we're going to learn about our money personality today. For those of you who currently have an account, let's move forward with logging in. Again, you can access through that QR code on the screen or wgu.mymilestones.com. And Matt is also going to drop that in the chat as well. If you haven't logged in before, to access the content today, either scan the QR code on your phone or go to that URL there that Matt has dropped in the chat. If you're signing up for the first time, you'll be asked for your name, email, and to create a password. And then if you're returning, simply sign in with your username and password. And I will give us all just a moment to either sign up or sign in. And yet, thank you for asking that question too. I see Matt answered it in the chat, but I want to address it out loud as well. Member of WGU does include alumni. So alumni, current student, employee, however you're connected with WGU, this is available and free to you and your family members. And then as you all are logging in, I'm going to log in as well. I went ahead and made a demo profile today, so mine's going to look a little bit different than yours. If you are logging in for the first time, you're going to be prompted to do a financial wellness checkup. That's a quick questionnaire so that my milestones can understand what's important to you and recommend content. So I've already completed that on this profile so we can see what that looks like and access our money personality. So if yours looks a little bit different, that's okay. So this is what mine looks like having that completed. Again, your dashboard may look a little bit different, but I will quickly go over some features in case we have some new users on today. So your dashboard is going to have some quick content for you. This purple bar is that Get Recommendations. That's the financial wellness checkup I was just speaking about. Once you have that completed, you can view your recommendations over here. And it will give you personal content based on how you answered those questions. So it'll give you some top content, and you can also filter by type. So if you want to read an article, if you want to meditate, if you want to watch a video, you can filter content that way as well. Another really cool feature of the platform is the ability to earn points. So I'm going to click on your welcome message for WGU just for an example. I won't read this through for you today, but I want you to look right up here where my cursor is. And we've just earned 25 points just for viewing this. And what we can do with those points, they're called sprouts. And you're going to go to your garden. It's all very garden, very green themed. And you can go to sweepstakes. So we just earned 25 points, and that's enough for one entry. So what these are entries into win from a $1,000 prize pool every single month. So you can get rewarded just for interacting with the platform and learning content. You can also save any favorites on your tab over here, as well as take your money personality, which is what we're going to be digging into today. It's grayed out because I've already completed that as well. And you can also set a streak goal. This is another really good way to earn sprouts. So you can decide how regularly you'd like to visit the platform, set that up there, and you'll see it pop up. And we've just earned some more points just from viewing that. And then it's also going to show us recommended tasks as well. February's theme is taxes. So that is definitely a hot topic right now. And as you can see, my dashboard's changed completely just from completing those. So I have my sweepstakes up here, any recommended tasks, the monthly theme items, and the daily tasks as well here. Where we are going to focus today is this mindfulness tab. So this area has a lot of different things that maybe doesn't come top to mind when we're thinking about finances. A lot of times finances is numbers and loans and percentages and taxes and all this overwhelming stuff. But this area can help you find clarity and lower your financial stress with your mindfulness resources. I just got some more points just for clicking on it. So this page has some different money meditations, financial journaling prompts, your money personality, which we'll get into, and a financial stress score. And then your financial stress score, I don't have progress because I just made a demo account. But you'll see where you fall on your financial stress score. And ideally, you'll see your stress go down as you interact and learn more about the platform. There's also an 8-week money mindfulness program as well. This is a really good money mindfulness habit building tool that you can use. And again, there's different meditations and journaling, and those will range from 5 to 30 minutes, and they're not all specifically about finances. There's just general stress ones as well. I'm also going to pull up a quick video for us about mindfulness and finances. Oh, my apologies. My sound is having a Monday, even though it's not Monday. Just 1 second, and then we'll get the video going.
Stress is a universal experience, and how we respond to it can impact our well-being. For many of us, staying on top of our finances can feel stressful at times. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's important to check in with yourself and reflect. This is the first step towards practicing mindfulness. So, what exactly is mindfulness, and why does it matter? To start, mindfulness focuses on building an awareness around what is happening in the moment, without judgment. Mindfulness can help you understand your emotions and make conscious financial decisions. It can also help you face your financial stressors instead of avoiding them. You can practice mindfulness anywhere, at any time. All it takes is paying attention to your thoughts and feelings in the present moment. What's important is allowing your feelings to come as they are, without judgment. As you deepen your self-awareness through a mindfulness practice, you can use those skills to build healthy financial habits. Let's take a closer look at some ways you can practice mindfulness. Many people confuse the terms mindfulness and meditation. Meditation is a practice that can involve many methods. This includes thinking deeply about your emotions or connecting with your breath. It can also involve deepening your state of relaxation or strengthening feelings of kindness. The great thing about meditation is that you can practice it even if you only have a few minutes. You can meditate on your own, or you can do a guided meditation. This is where a teacher or narrator leads you through the practice, which can be helpful if you're new to meditation. If your finances are keeping you up at night, meditation can promote calmness and put your mind at ease. Like meditation, journaling is a helpful tool for practicing mindfulness. Journaling can help you engage with your thoughts and work through any difficult feelings. Writing down your thoughts can help you understand your financial concerns and break them down into manageable tasks. Journaling can also help you reflect on your financial successes. Writing about your accomplishments can remind you of how far you've come and keep you motivated. Finally, it's important to understand the why behind our financial decisions and habits. Our emotions and other factors can affect our relationship with money. A money personality assessment can help you assess your financial strengths and areas for growth. Having this self-awareness can help you make better informed financial decisions. Decades of research show the benefits of developing a mindfulness-based practice. It can help you interrupt the stress cycle and improve your ability to learn new information. It can also generate compassion and empathy. While mindfulness won't get rid of your concerns overnight, it can promote a healthier relationship with your finances and self.
Hey, thank you all for watching that. And I just want to reiterate that is why this is so important. How many of us have not been able to sleep at night because we're worried about something financial? I know I have many times. So keeping these things top of mind, talking about them. A lot of people don't want to talk about money because a lot of us were brought up and it's kind of taboo. We don't talk about finances. We don't talk about money, but we need to share our experiences and our education to keep things relaxed for our health, right? So this is why this is such
Cassandra,
a
I'll
really.
sorry to
Yeah.
throw you off here, but I actually logged in and looked at my journal, and I want to share with the group because it's very timely. Last year on January 9th, I made a note, a journal entry in my milestones that I was updating the beneficiaries on my signature cards in preparation for a surgery. I am currently wearing the sling of the surgery in which I was preparing for. So I was mentally, back this time last year, I was already mentally preparing for my surgery. And the way I was doing it was by getting my finances in order, adding POD beneficiaries to my accounts, as well as getting a power of attorney completed. So I actually made a note this time last year about some things that have come to fruition in my life. And I'm so glad that I had those in place because it then eliminated that amount of stress going through my procedure. So just a little commentary on how I made a note last year and how that has played out this year through journaling. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. So benefits of money mindfulness is that it promotes conscious decision making with your finances. Stress reduction regulates your stress response. Self-acceptance, increase self-compassion to better tackle challenges. Positive habits, pause before reaching and build values-based financial habits. And mood boost, cope with challenges and connect with what's important. So this is my money personality results. When you take your money personality, you're going to get an emotion type, outlook type, focus type, influence type, and a bonus category as well. Using that react button, how many of us on the call have already taken the money personality assessment? You see a couple? Cool. So if you haven't taken it yet, that's absolutely fine. You find it under that mindfulness tab or on the dashboard, or you can search for it as well. But go ahead and table it for now, because when you take it, I do want you to be fully mindful and fully present giving your answers. So today I'm going to go ahead and use mine as an example of what it might look like. Yours could be completely different, but I'm going to hit explore recommendations. So after you take your money personality quiz, it's going to look similar to this. This is my overview. So it's going to give me the why. Managing your finances is more than just money in the bank. I also do want to share, if you have anybody in your life that you make financial decisions with, this is a great tool for understanding each other. When my husband and I first started combining finances, we weren't always agreeing and we were kind of having some trouble. And finances is a top issue and stressor in a lot of relationships. So we actually both took this and we had very opposite results. But it really kind of helped us understand how the other one thinks, and it helped us understand ourselves and created awareness of how we can make positive changes. So mine says it's going to evolve things like setting goals, evaluating choices, and high stakes. So like most things in life, your unique personality and behaviors are an important piece. And this analysis helps you understand the why behind your financial decision making when recommending positive changes. So it also breaks down into the science behind it. This was developed in collab with a financial wellness experts led by a PhD in behavioral economics. So the goal of this is to help you understand in simple terms the unique characteristics of your personality that affect your financial decision making. So we're going to go ahead and dive into my first category, which is emotions. So if you've taken the quiz already and you're comfortable, let us know in the chat which emotion type you are. The options are apprehensive, cautious, and relaxed. And go ahead and type it in the chat. The one I got was apprehensive. It will also show you how many people had the same result. So 26% of people had apprehensive. I see apprehensive in the chat. And then also relaxed. So that's kind of on the polar opposite, right? And then there's cautious, which is right in the middle. So for each type, you're going to give something that looks like this. I'm not going to read through the entire thing because it may or may not apply to you. But just to give you an overview of what it looks like, you'll get a summary. So apprehensive financial types frequently worry about money, either because they're worried about their money in the bank or because they're simply just anxious in general. And that's me. A lot of times you'll read these and go, yep, that hit the nail right on the head. So that can mean I might second guess my financial decisions, and I am constantly aware of the amount of money that I have. Sometimes you may live with an unhealthy amount of fear or unexpected expenses or losing control of your financial life. But on the other hand, you might excel at organization, and I'm in my zone when things are operating smoothly, and that's absolutely accurate for me. So next, it's going to give you strengths and challenges. And this is what's really important. This is going to create that awareness of how you can make a better change in keeping these top of mind. So one strength of being apprehensive is I likely have an above average understanding of financial principles and a keen awareness of my own financial situation and responsibilities. But a challenge might be sometimes it's easier to not think about financial challenges or responsibility, and high level of anxiety may lead you into this type of avoidance behavior, which is true, especially when I'm in a Target. I'm like, well, I don't want to think about how much is there. I need this thing and I want it now. So that is mine for this one. It's also going to give you some recommended content. So for this one, it's a budgeting and setting up an emergency fund. And budgeting is a big deal. A lot of people think budgeting is like a swear word, right? A budget's scary. But for me, actually, a budget has helped ease my mind significantly, and it's helped me make a lot of positive changes. So that's one tool that I personally got a lot of use out of from taking this quiz. It's also going to give you some action items. So put my financial life on autopilot. Do those automatic bill pays so you're not thinking about it constantly to reduce anxiety. Engage in practical daydreaming. So using those visualization techniques to imagine small behaviors changing can have big effects. And then write out your budget, just like we said. Taking that out, writing it down can ease your money with a sense of predictability and pattern, and it will also have some more recommended content. So each category is going to have something like that, and I'll give us a brief overview of them. The next type is your outlook. So if you're comfortable, again, please share what outlook type you got. I got confident, along with 17% of other people that took the quiz. Let's see what we got. Optimistic. Optimistic. Good. Thank you for sharing that. So a confident category, because people don't know what they don't know, they tend to overestimate their ability to make good financial decisions. So again, it's going to show me some strengths and challenges, recommended types or tools, and then some action items. Also, great recommended content for your personality type. So next example today is going to be focus. So again, I'm going to ask you to share in the chat kind of every time what you got. I got present focused. This one only has two options. You're either present or future focused. It looks like 35% of people got present, and oh, you both got future. Awesome. So yours is going to look complete opposite of mine. So present people focus on today, and they prefer to leave the future open-ended. And this personally is really where my partner and I bumped heads. And this made so much sense once we found that out, right? So that was a big game changer in our finances. So an example strength for present focus is tend to live in the moment and relish small pleasures with few worries about the future and live a mostly happy and optimistic life. And then a challenge is your financial goals may be too vague or unrealistic. So some good tools are emergency fund, and again, that budgeting course. There's some action items here and recommended content. Okay, next is influence. This one's a little more fun, I think. So I got elusive. There's three different types. There's going to be social, independent, or elusive. So whatever you have in the chat, for some reason, I cannot type in the chat anymore. So if you can't, that's okay. Yeah, Matt and Jasmine are very aligned. But for the elusive, for example, financial types avoid making decisions when it comes to money matters. So a strength might be tend to value time over money, and decreased focus on money matters means that you have more energy for things that are truly important. And then a challenge might be to research how to handle finances may seem boring, overwhelming, or otherwise unpleasant. You're more likely others to be maybe lacking. So again, that emergency fund tool and saving for goals and action items. And then the last thing you're going to get is a bonus category. In the bonus category, you can either be organized, change-seeking, or fun-seeking. And I got change-seeking, but I think I'm a little bit of all of them somehow, if that makes any sense. So again, I won't read through all of this in case yours is different, but you'll have your strengths and challenges, action items. And then once you've figured all that out, you're going to have your recommendation page. So it'll have a nice, concise view of the money personality that you got. It will put all the tools that you have in one place. You can also click the heart here to save them in your favorites if you want to access them that way as well. Recommended courses are all going to be in one place, and recommended content for your personality type here. So I'm going to go back to our dashboard and just show us one more thing here. I'm getting so many points. I already have 135 just from that. Again, a reminder, you do not have to bank with Commerce to use My Milestones, but if you do have a question and would like to speak with a Commerce representative, you can contact us here through that Commerce Bank Solutions. And you don't have to bank with Commerce to use that or My Milestones. So with that, I'm going to take us back to our presentation, and then I'll show you that QR code one more time and that URL just in case you need it. And then our call to action for today is going to be based on your emotion type. So this PDF will get sent out to you, and these links are all clickable for you, so you can easily access whatever you need. So taking the featured course, if you're an apprehensive type like I was, you'll want to take the course Setting Up an Emergency Fund, fill out that budgeting tool, and then you'll want to read the Start Here guide called Getting Started with Managing Financial Stress. If your emotion type was cautious, you're going to want to take the course called Assessing Your Insurance Needs, also filling out that budgeting tool, and then reading the article, Treat Your Future Self, How to Come Over Caution with Investing. And then last, if your emotion type was relaxed, you're going to want to take the featured course called Creating a Financial Plan for Your Priorities and Goals. You're going to want to watch the video linked called Financial Wisdom from Nelson Mandela, and then read the article, A Relaxed Attitude is an Asset When Playing Hard to Get with Advertisers. And then I'm going to leave it open for some questions and comment time. Matt, I don't know are you still able to access the chat? No? Okay, that's okay. So a survey on our end will be sent out as well. It's quick 5 questions to get your feedback on today's session. We really do appreciate it and apply it going forward. If you can't answer the chat, use the chat and have a question, feel free to raise your hand or come off mute. And then I will leave us just a minute.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cassandra. I'm not sure if the chat is hopefully working for others, but if you do have a question, feel free to raise your hand, or if you're still able to utilize the chat, you could plug it in there. If you think of a question later on, post-session, you can always email us and we'll make sure that gets through to our Commerce Bank team as well.
I know it might feel a little early to be talking about tax season, but as you got logged into your My Milestones platform, you might be greeted with a February focus on taxes. So April 15th is just 2 months and 4 days away. So keep in mind all the things that you would need to do to prepare for taxes this season. And as you learn about your money personality, you may see areas within My Milestones that you could leverage that new understanding of your money personality and tools and resources to help tax season and preparation be all the more effective this year. So definitely, as you learn your money personality, think how might you apply what you've learned as you prepare for taxes this year.
Awesome. That's a great reminder, Matt. And I think when we were setting up this session here, money personalities was one of your favorite, and Ashley, I think she mentioned too, was one of the favorite sessions. Were there anything from your assessment that surprised you at all in terms of your money personality?
Great question, and I wasn't too surprised. And what's unique about the money personality is that um, it really doesn't change that much over time. But what we hope is that your stress as it relates to money is lowered over time with a better understanding of why you make the buying decisions you do, or perhaps the feelings that you have when using money. And so for me, I wasn't too surprised on what I learned. What I really took away from the money personality assessment is how, in the moment, when I'm making a buying decision, whether or not it's spending money, whether or not it's saving money, what feelings do I have? Why do I have those feelings? And then what can I do about my financial situation to correct course on those feelings? So, for instance, when I was looking back at my journaling from last year, I was mentally preparing myself to get ready for surgery by getting my banking in order, by getting my powers of attorney in order. And so, use that journaling tool that's out there. What top stressors do you have when you think about your finances? Put those thoughts down on paper or virtually in a journal, and then come back to those. Come back to those top stressors and see how are you doing to affect change related to those top stressors. So great question. It wasn't too much of a surprise for me. It was more confirmation that I'm doing the right things by using my milestones and by taking the value of the learning and applying it to my everyday. Great question.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Matt. Any other questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, or you can always email us and we'll make sure that gets over to Commerce Bank as well. Just give it another minute here.
Jasmine, it sounds like we think about money pretty similarly. So if you have any questions, or if you want to, run any thoughts by me, feel free. I'm here for it. But it sounds like you're well in tune with your feelings and how you react to finances. So keep drilling down there.
Yeah, you got twin personalities here.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we will go ahead and conclude today's session then. If you do think of a question later on, you can always email us, or Cassandra's left her contact information up there as well. So please feel free to reach out to her. But thank you all for joining in for the great engagement. We'll be sending out the recording soon along with that survey, and your feedback is very valuable to us. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on today's session. And of course, we'd also like to extend a big WGU thank you to our presenter, Cassandra, and of course, the Commerce Bank team, Matt, Ashley. I think I saw Stacey in here as well. So thank you for your time and for your sharing your incredible insight on money personalities. I know I learned a lot, and I'm very interested to, like you said, Matt, kind of use to assess how I make those decisions and how I feel about them. So thank you so much for your time and for sharing that insight with us. It's always such a pleasure to have the Commerce Bank team here with us, and we appreciate you joining us and your fun personality. Thank you to all of our attendees. We will make sure to send out that recording, and don't forget to check out Handshake for any upcoming events and visit our YouTube channel for past recordings, which also include the various financial workshops from our Commerce Bank team as well. So wishing everyone a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you.
Very good. Thanks so much. Safe travels to all those in the Midwest.
Yes, stay safe.